VPS.
Hi guys, we are Zero Tolerance from Chile, and you are listening to Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt on Radio VPS.
Hey man, is that Metal-O-Mania?
Yeah, man.
Well, turn it up.
Bend over and spread them, because the Metal-O-Mania train is about to run right up through you.
I don't see how it could possibly be pleasurable for a woman. I just don't think it's natural. You're not supposed to go up there. To tell you the truth, I don't know how men do it either.
You're not curious? Just to try something new?
I'm just not into it.
So space exploration is definitely out for you?
Definitely. I mean, more power to any woman who wants to be an astronaut. I just wouldn't do it. Frankly, I'd rather take it up the butt.
If I'm dating / sleeping with a guy and he shows up on my doorstep with anal beads and a flashlight, I'm going to ask a couple of questions. Like, what's up with the flashlight?
Why did you get all weird when I put my finger up your ass? Okay, so you don't want anything put up your ass, but you want to stick your dick up mine?
Forget about the anal. Forget about the anal.
Motherfucking all-out war. Bear with us tonight, you guys. We are working on a fucking skeleton crew tonight. But welcome back to Metal-O-Mania. I'm fucking so glad to be here in studio for you guys tonight, man. It feels like it's been a long, long time since we've been in here. Been a crazy, crazy couple of weeks. But we are back, and due to some scheduling conflicts, we were originally not going to do a show this week, you guys. We were going to, because my fantasy football draft is this week. Our producer, B, the Ink, is our champion. So we were originally not going to do a show tonight so we could get ready for the draft this week. But as many of you know, circumstances prevailed, and we ended up not doing a show last week. So we decided to do last week's show this week. But unfortunately, that meant coming in tonight, and we did not have an engineer when we got here. So Scully is wearing many, many hats tonight on the show so we can get it all launched up for you guys. Sorry about the late start, but thank you for hanging out with us. And that was All Out War to start the show tonight, you guys, from motherfucking New York. Some New York thrash crossover killers, man, formed in 1991. Brand new album from them is called Extinction. Give us Extinction. Give us Extinction. And I'm going to tell you what, after the fucking couple of weeks that I have had, I am on board for a little bit of motherfucking Extinction right about now. But welcome back, you guys. I am hoping we're good to go here. I think we are. But thank you guys for hanging out. We got a lot of great things in store for you in the coming weeks on Metal-O-Mania I want to tell you about real quick. Starting with next week, Layla Singer from Snipers of Babel and a couple of other metal projects as well, is going to co-host the show with me, and I'm looking forward to having her. We are going to unveil a Snipers of Babel song next week and play it for you guys, man. That will be limited release. It's not even a song they're doing for mass production and for the album or any of that stuff. We're gonna play it just for you right here on Metal-O-Mania. And we look forward to having you, Layla. Thank you for being a friend of the show. And shout out to Mike Bozier and all those guys. Jeremy, the whole Snipers of Babel crew. We love you guys, man. We look forward to the finished album. And we are going to play as much of it as you will allow us because we are big, big fans here at Metal-O-Mania. But, so you guys know, man, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. We've had some insanity in our lives over the last couple of weeks. You know, I got on Facebook this morning, and you know, when you get on Facebook, sometimes it says, you know, this is a memory from this day and years past. Well, mine was a year ago today. I posted a big, long, well, if you guys follow me on Facebook at all, you know, I'm as winded on Facebook as I am in real life. So you know, I wrote a big, long thing on Facebook a year ago today about how happy we were and how proud of my kids I was, and about how it was nice to have money for a change in our lives and all this kind of stuff. And man, I got to tell you, it was brutal. It was brutal to read today because some of those things have taken a hit over the last few months, man. But we're getting it back on track, you guys, man. I know that I posted the story about what happened to us on our Metal-O-Mania Facebook page for about 8 hours. I put it on there for about 8 hours, and honestly, I started to get a little self-conscious about it just being out there, you know, and I don't necessarily want my parents to hear what happened because they don't need the stress of it. But in case you don't know what I'm talking about, or you don't follow me on Facebook, our home was broken into. Not this past Monday, but the Monday before. I was sitting in my comfortable lazy boy chair working on the Metal-O-Mania show, the one that we ultimately are doing tonight instead of last week like was originally planned. Man, I tell you what, next thing I know, there's a dude standing in my living room with a gun and a clip hanging off of it bigger than I've seen outside of the movies. And you would think that you're going to know how you would react in that situation maybe, but it's a lot different when it really happens, man. I fucking froze. And I said something to the effect of, "You've got to be fucking kidding me." And that's when I got cracked in the fucking face, you guys, man. I got hit in the face with a gun. That's right. How fucking metal is that? It didn't feel very metal at the moment. Feels a little metal now, maybe, but the lingering effect of which is that I'm angry. I'm angry, you guys. A little pissed off. You know, the depravity of some people never ceases to amaze me, to be honest with you. They were very, very fucking mean pieces of shit, you know, human defecate, standing in my living room. And there was 3 of them in the house. There was one out in the car waiting for him, obviously, and they dragged Scully out of bed. They dragged my son out of bed. Thankfully, my daughter wasn't there, knock on wood. Thankfully, my son's girlfriend wasn't there, knock on wood again. But it was a horrific experience. It was a horrific experience. I got 11 stitches in my eye from getting busted in the head. They took my motherfucking safe, which I've been saving money in. for the last couple of years. And that fucking pisses me off. But you know, the part that pisses me off the most is how fucking easy of a target I was, you guys. They didn't even have to break in the door because the door was unlocked. I live in a country area where you don't think this kind of thing would happen. But apparently, you would be wrong. But but let me tell you what my father always says is you cannot look back, you can only look forward. And in every glance back, though, there is a lesson. And the lesson was definitely how easy I made it for these pieces of shit to come into my fucking house. And that won't happen again. That's not a lesson that has been lost on me, let me tell you. We are fucking, you know, if you've heard me talk in the past, I'm not a huge fan of guns, but we got a Mossberg sitting in the house now. We got security cameras. We got fucking kicker bars on the doors, man. You know, I'm going to take Scully out to shoot and practice and shit, you know. It does change a little bit of thing. Look, she's shaking her head. No, I don't want to shoot stuff. Well, you would have shot that motherfucker in the living room, I'll tell you that. But anyway, that is the brief rundown of what happened. I don't want to get too much into it, honestly. I'm trying to put it behind me as best I can. And that's another reason we're here tonight, because there was talk of not doing the show tonight because, you know, obviously we got a big fantasy football draft coming this weekend. And I'm excited for it. I can't wait for it. It's our 21st season of the CFFL, which is the Chronic Fantasy Football League. Our producer and Radio VPS god, Brian Brown, who is the team owner of the Inc., and the Inc. is what I call him, is our champion. So we're going to have to give that bastard all kinds of hardware at my motherfucking house this week. But it's a 40-man league. We're in a 40-man league. It's men and women, excuse me. We have 4 separate groups of 10 that compete all year long to battle off in a round-robin thing at the end of the year. And we have a lot of fun with it. We're going to have it catered. We're going to have beer. We're going to have, you know, we're going to party it up. Going to be a good time. But I needed you guys tonight. I am here in studio with a million things to do at home because I needed you guys tonight, man. I needed the Metal-O-Mania thing. I needed to come in here. I needed to get some normalcy back. I needed to get some scheduling and some, you know, back on trackness going on. And what better way to do that than hanging out with a bunch of fucking Metal-O-Maniacs all over the world, playing the best fucking music on earth with you. And, you know, I talked to Bongwood. Thank you, Bongwood. I love you, man. I talked to Brian earlier. Thank you, Brian. Talked to Gonzo. Thank you, sir, for just being a part of the team, man, for making this Metal-O-Mania thing what it's become. You know, we have grown every single week we've done the show. In fact, I'm expecting real good results of you guys hanging out with us tonight, man, from just hitting us back. And that's ultimately what I want to get to before we move on. We're going to put this whole stupid thing that happened to me behind me, but not before I tell you that Metal-O-Maniacs, man, the heavy metal community has instilled my faith in humanity, man. You know, when this shit happens, you can't help but be down. You can't help but feel shitty and you know, helpless a little bit and fucking ugly on the inside, you know? But you guys, man, you guys have fucking reached out to us in numbers I can't even believe and sent love. And, you know, I've got friends stopping by and saying, man, I heard you lost your safe, and fucking throwing cash on the fucking table. Like, dude, rebuild. And while a week and a half ago Monday was definitely a reminder, a grim reminder of the ugly side of humanity, of the ugly things that exist in some people, the last week and a half has been an absolute fucking eye-opening, heart-touched, heartfelt fucking reminder that most of you fucking people kick ass, man. You know, there are those pieces of shit out there, but we must never lose sight of the fact. Most people are good. Most people got your back. Most people are not your enemy. You know, I wanted to crawl into my shell and become a fucking agoraphobic and never leave the house again for the first 24 hours. But then those fucking pieces of shit win. And they've distorted your reality at that point. They've made you look at the world through these dark tinted glasses of a 10-minute window of something that happened instead of the reality that is real. That, you know, that when you guys reach out to me, when you guys have, you know, how's Scully, how's that eye, you know, making me laugh, sending lots of jokes about my eye and putting fucking, you know, jizz on it and all that shit, you know, you guys got me laughing, man. And you brought me back to life is what I'm saying. And I fucking appreciate the shit out of that more than I can share with you guys. It means it right here. And before I get all weepy on you, I'm going to play another song. And we're going to fucking rock all night long, you guys, man. We're going to do the hump day together. Again, thank you so much for all that you've said and done and reached out to us in the last couple of weeks, you guys. Got me in the feels. And speaking of feels, let's talk some agony, shall we? King Leviathan is a badass motherfucking band out of the United Kingdom. They play badass thrash. They're hard to define even. They've got elements of death. They've got elements of prog. They've got elements of thrash. And I fucking love their first full-length release, which I hope I'm saying it right. It's called PN Heretica. It's fucking stellar. King Leviathan is stellar. Let's fucking heal ourselves tonight, you guys, together with a little bit of agony from King Leviathan. Check it out. Let's do it all night. motherfucking King Leviathan, badasses, man, badasses. That fucking album is kick-ass. You're gonna want to pick it up, and I hope you guys are bearing with us tonight. You know, we're, like I told you earlier, we're running on a skeleton crew, man. We got me. I'm not saying you're not doing a good job, Scully. You're kicking ass over there. You are kicking ass. Although I was gonna make you come over here and sit on this side of the table with me a little bit tonight, and that's gonna be difficult now. But with the scheduling snafu, we got no engineer. So Scully is our producer, our engineer, and you guys should see her sitting over there in a two-piece. It's working for me. Working for me, babe. Speaking of medicine, but you guys kick ass, man. Again, I'm going to move on from that shit. The weepy session is over, I promise, man. Let's do the metal for the rest of the night. And I got to tell you, some of the things that have been the unexpected rewards of this show becoming what it's become is, man, I get to talk to kick-ass bands all the time. You know, we've talked to really awesome guys out there. Those guys in Amok, man, I love you guys, man. You know, Kings Will Fall. Of course, our friends in Eyes of the Living, love you guys. I give you a shout-out every week because I love you guys. And Stoneham and, you know, the fucking dudes in Power Trip and fucking just all these bands, man. You know, Infernal Majesty, Chris, shout-out, brother. Love you, man. And every single week that we talk to new bands, I'm blown away repeatedly by, man, they're the coolest motherfuckers in the world. Metalheads are awesome motherfucking people, man. And talking to the bands themselves, they're fucking laid back dudes. Most of them want to fucking just chill out, play some music, and hope you guys dig it. And I do dig it. I dig a lot of it. In fact, the fucking metal scene is just killing it right now. You know, bands like, dude, that All Out War we played earlier, fucking awesome album from those guys. That fucking King Leviathan, awesome album. And you're also going to want to get Enclave. Enclave. We've played a song by them before called Cannibal Cops off of their fucking badass motherfucking album, New World Disorder. And I was lucky enough this week to sit down and talk with Mr. Rainier. I hope I don't fuck his name all up, but Hollisberger. And Rainier's an awesome fucking dude, man, and I fucking love him to death. And New Age of Disorder, right? I'm sorry, New Age of Disorder. I said New World Disorder, but it's New Age of Disorder is the name of the album. My apologies. But you'll know it by the blue-titted chick on the cover. And we got to talking a little bit about that during our interview as well, which is pretty funny. So I think you guys are going to dig it, man. Super awesome guy. Super awesome band. Check it out right now. Let's play the interview with Enclave. Hope you guys dig it and fucking buy this album. It's pretty badass. Keep hanging out with us, you guys. Enclave rules. How you doing, brother?
Hello, fine. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir. I really appreciate you spending some time with us today.
Sure. Glad you have us. Thank you.
All right. So I know you guys are from Austria, and you formed in 2008, correct?
Exactly. But we're Vienna based from the capital city, and we're around for some years.
So tell me a little bit about the band. How did you guys form?
Yeah, back in 2008, former guitar player Martin Zahedi and me thought on founding a classical, old school thrash metal band because this is the stuff we grew up with, and we spent a lot of time in death metal and black metal bands, and after some time we thought, hey, let's get back to the roots and start something that is exactly what we want to do.
Tell me a little bit about your influences. Who are some of the metal bands you guys love?
Yeah, basically, we all grew up with Metallica. I think this is the band we can all agree on, but we also love Testament, Exodus, classical Bay Area stuff, but also, I don't know, Overkill and classics from the 80s. This is what keeps us going.
Yeah, I love New Age Disorder a lot.
Then I think you will like our album, man. Cool, that's great to hear. Thank you.
What are you guys doing right now? Are you guys currently doing a bunch of shows?
Currently, we have summer in Austria, and the guys are on holiday. I started my holidays too yesterday, so now we're searching for new gigs, and from time to time when we practice, we're working on new stuff for the next album.
Well, man, I appreciate you spending some time with me while you're on holiday. That's pretty cool of you. I appreciate that.
Of course, man. I mean, it's Sunday. What can be better than to have an international interview.
Yeah, that's right, brother. Talk some metal to Washington, D.C., right? Talk about New Age Disorder. Tell me about the making of that record. Give me a little background on it.
Yeah, I mean, we released our first album, United Desperation, in 2012. It got good critics, and so we moved on. We grew as musicians. We spent a lot of time in the rehearsal room where we worked out on the new songs. The lyrical concept is based on the state of the world today. I mean, I think you will agree, everything is turning upside down. Many political issues, and I think it's a great theme for a thrash album and a great topic. So, yeah, I mean, we had a lot of time together. Everybody put in his ideas and how bands are doing. We worked out the songs, and yeah, and then in 2015 in winter we had studio, and yeah, it was more or less all finished, and then we had to search for the artwork and stuff, and yeah, and back in 2016 it was released.
Yeah, tell me about the artwork for that though. What did you? I mean, I love it. I think the cover of that album is pretty awesome, man. Tell me about that.
Basically, the artwork is made by a local tattoo artist who is also the band's tattoo guy. We all go and got inked. And yeah, we worked with him on the first album as well. I mean, he's also very political interested, and I think he really catches the vibe of the music and what the lyrics are about in his pictures, and he's done a great job.
Yeah, man, that's pretty good. It's a very it's an album cover that draws your eyes to it. That's for sure.
Yeah, even though we had to censor it for the U.S. media.
Oh yeah, did you really? That's a shame.
Yeah, we got to. We had to censor the titties for the streaming services. So if you look at Google Music and iTunes and stuff, you will see a modified picture.
No shit. So you had to cover blue titties.
Yes. It's hilarious, but that's how it is. But
that is.
You can imagine how I laughed when I got the note that it violates the.
Yeah, I bet. Were you like, oh my god, I gotta censor blue titties on the album cover? This is ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
Unbelievable, man. Well, you know what? That's even more of a statement that it's a new age of disorder right there, buddy. Let me tell you.
Yeah, that's true, man. I agree on that.
Well, so tell me about the other guys in the band with you.
Yeah, of course. We have on drums Martin Crypt, who joined us in 2009, I think. I mean, he's an absolute beast live, very precise, and he has a punch that you can dream of for a metal band. Yeah, cool guy to hang around, big football fan, and yeah, that's our main topic aside of music in the rehearsal room.
Awesome.
Yeah. Then we have Michael Schiffer, who joined us in 2013. He's responsible for lead guitars and also had a big impact on the songwriting of New Age Disorder.
Awesome.
Yeah, also cool guy. Loves beer, titties, and metal. So bless him.
Yeah, love him.
Yeah, cool guy. Yeah, then on the album we had Martin Zahidi, who was also co-founder together with me of the band, but left for his studies after we released the album.
Oh, okay.
Because he had but cool guy, a long-term partner, and he's now replaced by our newest member of the family, Reece Terrell from Australia. Yeah, he's also a kick-ass dude on stage, kick-ass dude on guitar, and I think we he will do a great job on the next album. Yeah, and last one in line is me on vocals and bass, and yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just a thrasher, and I like it.
You got to have fun if you're going to do it, right?
Of course. That's the most important thing. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Damn right.
Express yourself and have fun.
Speaking of Austria, though, do you guys do most of your shows in Austria? Do you get out of Austria pretty often?
Yeah, most of the shows we played have been in Austria, because we do it not on a professional level. We play 10 to 15 shows a year because we all have jobs. Some of us have children, and it's all about a great hobby. But from time to time, we have the opportunity to play outside of Austria, so we played some surrounding countries like Slovenia, and that's great too. I mean, metalheads all over the world are the same and are great, normally cool people, so if I have the chance to play somewhere else, I'm happy.
Are there some other bands that you guys do shows with in Austria that you have an eye on that might be up and coming, that are friends of you guys?
Yeah, of course. Of course, there are some great bands around. I mean, we are not a country of big metal tradition, but the bands who are into it, they're great. For example, we're friends who also play thrash called Mortal Strike, very creator-like, perfect German-style thrash metal. There's also Whale of Deception, cool guys to hang around with, some stoner influences, but very good. Also Insanity Alert from the other end of Austria, great crossover thrash like Municipal Waste, DRI, and stuff. So I think if you're looking into Austrian metal, you can find some gems.
Well, it's funny you should mention that, because in about 3 weeks we are doing an interview with Insanity Alert. Actually, we reached out to those guys. I'm a big fan of them as well.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah, have you done shows with them?
Yes. Beginning of this year, we played a show in Graz, and last year we played the Capitol in Vienna and also in Graz. So they're really cool guys, and I think they're on the edge of becoming professionals. They now play Hellfest. They're cool guys to hang around with.
There's no better music community on earth than the metal community.
I agree on that. Exactly.
Yes.
We can talk, and if we don't speak the same language in words, we share the same language on thoughts and music. So that's fine. And I think
right.
You can listen to Iron Maiden or Metallica with everyone and have a beer and have a great time.
You have the floor, man. What would you like to say to all of our Metal-O-Maniacs out there while you got them listening to you?
Well, enjoy our album. We had the great opportunity to get interviewed by Chris, which is awesome. I love to talk with you, and best regards to all metalheads in the US, and keep the shit up. You can check us out on Facebook. We're on Reverb Nation. We have a YouTube channel. There are also 2 tracks of our album, namely the title track New Age Disorder and Cannibal Corpse, for guys to listen to. And we're also on Twitter, even though Twitter is not very popular in Europe. And yeah, you can also visit our homepage, enclavemetal.com, and check the newest things out. And thank you for having me. It was a very nice opportunity to meet new people and to meet new friends. It's an honor to be on your show.
You are true metal royalty, my friend. I really appreciate it.
Same to you, Chris. It was nice talking to you.
You too, brother.
This is Enclave, and Metal-O-Mania kicks ass.
Motherfucking thank you so much, you guys, man. Enclave, I appreciated talking to you, Rainier, buddy. I fucking love the album. You guys should go pick it out, man. You can't miss it. It's the one with the blue titties on the cover. You know you want to buy it just because it has blue titties on it. At least I did, you know. It was sent to me, as a matter of fact, by Vlad, one of Enclave's promoters, who I was talking to. Shout out, Vlad. Love you, brother. But I got to say, man, I'm flipping. You know, it's still old school for me. I'm still flicking through the pictures of the album art before I listen to the songs. You know, like I'm back in the old record shops, flicking through the heavy metal records, looking through the art, you know. And if some art jumps out at me, I can't lie. We talk about it all the time, how integral art is to the, you know, the art is to the music in heavy metal. And it remains true. You know, if you see blue titties, you're like, yeah, I got to check this album out, man. I got to hear what the Blue Titty album sounds like. And I'm glad I did, man, because it's badass. Enclave, fucking love you guys, man. Badass album. And as you can tell from that interview, man, Rainier, fucking good dude. Good fucking dude, man. Halfway around the world. Spend some time hanging out with me. And the Metal-O-Mania show just for you guys, man. And I hope you guys support the band. Go over there and hit like on their Facebook page and send them some love and say, hey, man, I really appreciate the blue titties. And, you know, I know that you do. And speaking of Facebook, though, you know, I want to give a quick shout out also to Lisa Rallis. I hope I'm saying your name right. Lisa Rallis. She is awesome. She became friends of mine through the Into the Pit group, as a matter of fact. Shout out Into the Pit. Tim, love you guys. Tim Dougherty, all you guys. Much love, Into the Pit. But Lisa and I became friends through the Into the Pit group, and then she joined the Metal-O-Mania page, which I appreciate. I'm glad you did. We love having you. And, in fact, Lisa's reached out to us, see how we're doing and that kind of stuff over the last week. But I was flicking through Facebook one night, and I happened to see this cool-ass collage of skull art, you know, just badass picture after badass picture with skulls as the theme to it. And I was like, man, you know, immediately, who posted this? And it was Lisa Rallis. And then I went to your page. I went to your page, and I was looking through all your pictures for like, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours that night. But I decided, man, this is an awesome assortment of art here. You know, I'm going to use a bunch of these for the show. I even hit her up, asked her, is it cool? I'm going to use a bunch of your pictures while we play our music on our show this week. And you'll notice that. So pay attention as you're listening to the jams all night, man. You guys, all the skull art that we are playing tonight was provided by Lisa, and we appreciate it. Thank you very much. And speaking of which, though, going over there and join if you're not already a part of the Into the Pit group, you're missing out because it's truly the best metal page on Facebook. It really is. And that includes Metal-O-Mania. I aspire to be as good as them. We're working on it. We're up over 2,100 people now, which is awesome. But Into the Pit is very interactive. They're very, you know, they put these battles of the bands kind of things on there all the time with different things. Very interactive, very cool metalheads. Tim and Gene are two of the admins. I think Matty Frost is as well. But I love you guys, man. I love participating on your page, man. I appreciate you guys having me, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with us while we do this thing. You know, we're very kind of partnered up at this point, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. And along the lines of what the fuck we're all doing it for, which is badass fucking metal, I'm hoping that at this late date, I don't have to tell you about an album that came out on June 23rd that you should have bought on fucking June 23rd. You know, the new Municipal Waste is fucking stellar. It is, it's what you expect from them with a little bit extra kick, but it's, short, grab you, punch you in the face songs. Badass fucking album, man. Municipal Waste, as you know, Slime and Punishment, brand new album from them guys. Came out in June. Came out the same day. The only way I'll give you an excuse is maybe it got lost in the shuffle, because that's also the day that Dying Fetus put out Wrong One to Fuck With. And it's also the day that Broken Hope put out Mutilated and Assimilated, which is just three of the best albums of the year so far, all came out on the same day. But you have to own all three, and you have to own Municipal Waste. And we're very happy to play for you now a video from the new Municipal Waste album. The song is called Breathe Grease. The video is awesome because it's fucking Municipal Waste. What choice does it have but to be awesome? Let's check it out right now. We'll be right back. Municipal Waste. Love it.
And then I sent him this message. So Tuesday, then he starts following me. He's this model, right? He has all these gorgeous photos, but he also makes amazing latte art. And I'm talking amazing.
Hey, who wants a new one?
It's warm.
I know, it makes it more heady. So, I was thinking we finish our drinks and then we head off to Benihana's.
I haven't been there since my birthday. They throw shrimp tails into hats there.
You guys should have been at this party I was at last weekend. It was crazy.
I gave my love a story, it had no ends. I gave my love a chicken, there was no point.
Sorry.
Breathing and bleeding and grease to our veins, impossibly endless forever rain. Bring grease! Bring grease!
That was gross. Come on, guys, let's go to dinner.
Yeah. And then I sent him this.
Municipal waste. And what am I mean, fucking badass. That shit takes me back to the Headbangers Ball days right there, man. Fucking just fun, kick-ass metal videos from fun, kick-ass metal bands. And Municipal Waste certainly qualifies, man. The fucking, like I give Tony Foresta lots and lots of love on the show. I'm a big, big fan of pretty much everything that he's been involved with. I love the Iron Reagan stuff. I love Municipal Waste. I always have since they came around and hit the scene. I was excited for a little while. Again, there was talk of him being the singer on that new Lich King album, which, don't get me wrong, it's an awesome album, even though he didn't end up doing it. But, anything Tony does, get it. Pro Tony. Metal-O-Mania is pro Tony Foresta. And as you know, their drummer, Chris Witt, has the side project thing with the River Black album, self-titled. They just put that out. We played a couple of songs off of it here on Metal-O-Mania already. I'm telling you, if you guys haven't gotten into that album yet, it's truly fantastic. Fantastic album. It's not crossover like Municipal Waste. It's a lot more deathy, thrashy, but man, fucking, ugh. I can't get enough of it. I listen to that album probably 3 to 6 times a week still, so you're going to like it. But yeah, again, thank you guys for hanging out with us here at Metal-O-Mania. I do want to tell you about some things we got coming up here at Radio VPS as well as Metal-O-Mania itself. Starting with Metal-O-Mania, we do have Layla Singer. Layla Singer will be joining us next week. She will co-host. She will sit in this chair with us and do the show with us as well. We're going to play a Snipers of Babel song in her honor. And as you know, if you're listening to like the stupid little sound bites we use to open the show every week, and the comedy bits that are coming up tonight in this show and all that kind of stuff, we like to keep it fun. And of course, me and Layla are always joking about, if you want to make it your way through this world, you got to kiss, eat, lick, whatever it is you got to do, a little bit of ass. That's the way to get through the world together. So, of course, we'll make 417 ass jokes next week as well. So you're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a good time. But that's not to say we won't make 417 ass jokes tonight, because we're well on our way, and we will do that as weekly if I have anything to say about it. But we also have Brian Brown will be doing the show on Radio VPS. Right? A fantasy football show? Are you going to just do fantasy advice during your regular show, or are you going to do just throw out some advice? Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to make some appearance. I'm going to force my way into the studio a couple of times. I'll bring Bean with me when I can. Oh, yeah, we can call in too. Right. Okay. Oh, look, he wants me to call in instead of coming in. See? No, I'm just kidding. We'll do both. And we'll get Bean involved. Bean, shout out to Bean. I love you, man. And we'll get Bean in there, but fantasy football season is upon us, you guys. I know that may not mean something to many of you out there, but to many others, I'm sure it does. Getting excited, getting ready to go with the, who you're going to take with the first pick questions are all going around at the border coolers all across America right now. And who you taking, B? I know you're drafting with me, but, if we get the first pick, it doesn't matter anyway. So if you got first pick, who you got? David Johnson, that's me too. I think David Johnson. Although I'm expecting a lot less from Arizona's offense this week. But anyway, this year. But that's a different show. That's a whole different thing we're doing. But it is fantasy draft season. So we're having our big draft this week, and I'm looking forward to that as well. B will be there and is our reigning fucking champion. Much love, sir. Much love, much love. But you'll want to look forward to that as well. In fact, check regularly with our Radio VPS lineup, man. We are always adding shows. We're always adding entertainment, And as far as I'm concerned, you don't get any more entertainment than you get right here at Radio VPS, because we bring the eclectic mix and we don't give a fuck, as King Dave likes to say, right? So, and speaking of which, shout out to King Dave. Love you, sir. That's all my shout outs for tonight. I've got an empty pocket. I just threw all my shout outs all over the table. But let's go ahead and play some more fucking jam, shall we? And I don't know if you can tell. I'm going to go back later and watch the show from tonight. I feel my spirits lifting. I feel where I was from when I walked in the studio tonight. A little down, a little heavy in the chest, a little, lots of shit's happened over the last couple weeks. But I got playing some metal and seeing how many of you guys are hanging out with us to do it, and fucking just having this opportunity to fucking be sitting in this chair, man, means the world. And it's picking me up and throwing a little zing into my step. So I'm going to go downstairs and smoke a cigarette with that zing in my step. But I got some shit for you to do, for you to check out while I do, man. We're going to open this fucking thing. We're going to play a couple songs for you. We're going to open with The Bleeding from London. It's a deathy, thrashy mix. These guys were formed in 2010. Brand new album is called Rites of Absolution. It's their first full-length album, The Bleeding. I'm telling you, fucking awesome. Awesome. And then, if you hang out with us every week, I throw you an old school jam in the middle of our little break thing. And this week, I'm playing one for myself, less so than for anybody else. But when I am down, when I am fucking needing a fucking, there's two real bands that I turn to when I'm like in the dumps and I need somebody to give me a pickup. I either go to Suicidal Tendencies, which we played a couple weeks ago. But Psycho Myco, man, Psycho Myco picks me up, dude. He puts a little fucking lead in my pencil. And the other band that I go to is fucking Overkill. Fuck Overkill. I love them. As you know, if you watch the show, they're my favorite band probably of all time. I'll take them over all the Slayers and over, Testaments and everybody else even. And those are all, I love those bands. I bleed those bands, but Overkill to me, Bobby Blitz, those dudes put out fucking tremendous album after tremendous album. I've never been let down by an Overkill album. I know some of you would disagree with me about that. We've argued on it on Facebook. But I'm going to play a song from the underappreciated Wide Fucking Open album, in my opinion. Just so underappreciated. Stellar fucking album. And we're going to play They Eat Their Young off of that. And we're going to come back after the Overkill song. We're going to play some Torture Squad. Oh, man, you guys are going to love this Torture Squad too, man. These dudes are fucking badass. Right out of Brazil, formed in 1990, man. Far Beyond Existence is their brand new 8th full-length fucking release. Totally fucking kick-ass dudes. Totally kick-ass band. Let's check out all that shit, and we'll come back and talk about it a little bit. What do you think? Metal motherfucking on. Let's do it.
anal sex in the X-rated movies like it's no big deal. Now, I don't know what goes on in your private lives. I always thought that this thing was a pretty complicated thing for the average woman to pull off. In the X-rated movies, it's no problem for the women. For them, it's sort of considered a polite form of greeting. You know, they just see a guy, hi, how are you? And I sure slam it up my ass, Jim. Come on in here, I was just making us some pie. What is that all about? What? Confession, I never even did anal sex with a woman, ever. Tried it 2 times and almost did it, but at the last second, the woman turned into Elvis. Yeah, she did. She turned into Elvis. She went, okay, I really want to do it, so just do it on 3. Go slow. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, thank you very much. That's not going to work out. Thank you. I appreciate you trying that.
not into butt stuff at all? You're not into butt stuff at all, huh? No? How about you, couple? What? Exit only? And you're marrying her? Dipshit. You want to be with me, we're going butthole. At some point. Time and a place, you know? You don't butt fuck at home. It's a hotel game, it's an away game. You don't butt fuck at home. Home is where you have, like, you know, family events and the host the holidays and shit. You can't have your nanny eating pumpkin pie on a couch you know you butt fucked on. Well, she doesn't know, but you know, and that's enough to make it weird. You're like, oh, Nana, she's just eating away, has no idea. It's the ghost of butt fuck past dragging around. You butt fuck in hotels. Because what's the big concern with butt fucking? Messy cleanup. It's not your problem in a hotel. That's some Mexican lady's problem in the morning. Don't feel bad, that's what you're paying for, man. You're on your way to brunch. You're like, my bad, Guadalupe, there's an extra 20 on the end table there for you. She's confused. She's like, ¿Por qué? Oh, no! Mi Dios! That's the poop! You can laugh at that joke, you can not laugh at that joke, but you have to admit, that was all legit Spanish. That's the poop. It's poop.
Torture Squad from motherfucking Brazil. Killer fucking badass album, you guys, man. Check it out. They got a bunch of EPs out there. They got their 8th full-length release out right now called Far Beyond Existence. And that song is Hero for the Ages off of it, and it is pretty stellar. Pretty stellar. I hope you guys dug the Overkill jam we stuck in there and some of the fucking anal humor we stuck in there as well. I saw you laughing, B. Funny stuff, right? It brings me to a question, though. I have to ask, is anal the new hand job? Is that what happened? Is that what's happened in the world, in the country right now? I remember, I know I'm a little older than some of you guys out there and gals, but I remember when it was a very taboo thing. It was a very like, ooh, if one of our buddies got to talk this girl into it, it was like fucking, we threw firecrackers and shit for him because we were like, what? Oh, you got in the back door. But is it the new hand job now? Is anal the new hand job? Because the more I talk to people, everybody's doing it. It's like, shaking hands or something. It's the new fucking, in my era, and probably your era as well, B, did you ever get a handy in the movie theater when you were young, growing up, dating? Yeah, see, I mean, it's a rite of passage, at least for people our era. People a little bit older than us were doing it in the drive-in movie theater. We did it in the theater itself, but we were, throwing handies. Well, we weren't throwing handies, hopefully. We were receiving handies. But the old popcorn trick, you know what I'm saying? The extra butter, that's right. That's the extra butter. But, back then, the anal topic even, if you mentioned it to most people, they'd fucking look at you sideways. But, man, it's just the end thing now, man. According to a recent thing I read even, anal porn is the most searched for and watched porn in all of the land. Anal, backdoor. And if you talk to most people, it's blase now. Like, oh, of course, tell me something crazy. So is anal the new handy? That's our question for Metal-O-Maniacs out there tonight. I want to hear some feedback. I want to hear you guys talking. I want to hear you hit the live board. Let's see what you guys got to say, man. Anal, pro or con? Let's see what you got. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say on this topic. What's up, B? Anal, good thing, bad thing? What's up? What's up? It's all right. It's all right. Occasional, what holiday type of thing, birthday type of thing, or what? I'm putting B on the spot like a motherfucker. Once a month. There you go. Right on. Right on. All right. Well, I'm not going to talk, but I'm a lucky man, is all I'm saying. I love you guys. I love you, honey. But anyway, let's see what you guys got to say, man. I'm very curious to hear what you have to say on the topic. Give it to me. Let's see what you got. But also, on the topic of all these badass fucking bands we're playing for you guys tonight, man, I'm very, very happy with our playlist we put together. We waited an extra week to play it for you guys, but I feel like it was totally worth the wait because, again, that Torture Squad, the fucking Overkill throwback, man, that King Leviathan dude, the brand new All Out War dude, fucking, there's so much kick-ass metal. I could have easily done a double episode for you guys tonight to make up for last week, but, I want to give it to you in doses. I don't want to OD you guys on the metal all at one time, blast it all over your faces all at once. So, but on the topic of brand new kick-ass metal, man, are you guys hip to The Crowned, man? They were formed in 2013. They're from Texas, and they put together a killer fucking album, man. It's called Apparition. You're going to fucking love every piece of this motherfucking output from these guys, man, including and especially, God damn it. Let's check it out. Keep on hanging with us now.
pain, all sick and tired, filled with rage. I'd rather kill now than die, you see.
God damn it. God damn it. That's a badass fucking song. That is a badass fucking album, man. The Crown, you guys pick that shit up as Metal Therapy continues tonight on Metal-O-Mania with The Crown. Metal Therapy is underway. My spirits have lifted throughout the entire course of the show tonight, you guys, man, with each song, with each interaction from you guys, with each fucking listener out there hanging out with us tonight to do the fucking Metal-O-Mania thing. You're healing me, you know. You're healing me. Bruises are disappearing as we're doing the show tonight. But thanks for hanging out with us, you guys, tonight, man. I'm so appreciative of the support that the show gets, and I'm appreciative of the support that Scully and I have gotten from you guys, man. Really appreciate it. You guys rock. Just hitting us up, checking in on us and shit, man, means the world, and it does not go unnoticed, and it does not go unappreciated. And the only way that I know how to pay it back to you, and the best way that I can show you my love and show you my appreciation, is to fucking melt your skull. And in love, of course. But melt your skull with some badass motherfucking music, which is what we're doing tonight. Before we move on to the next song, which I'm very excited for you guys, man, to check out, and fucking badass band and new friends of mine, I do want to real quickly, though, Joe One from Orange Tattoo in motherfucking Annapolis, Maryland. My tattoo, I'm an idiot. I took a picture of my tattoo right before we came in here, and then I failed to give it to Scully so we could show it to you guys on the air. And I'm not going to get on the table and fucking do a upside down Pele move so that you can get it on the camera right now. But I'll share it with you guys soon. But phenomenal work Joe One did on the tattoo, man. We really appreciated that, you guys. Orange Tattoo, fucking top shelf. Class A fucking tattoo establishment. If you are local and you need to get your ink, go in there and tell them Metal-O-Mania sent you, and they will hook you up, man. They will give you the good ink. They will give you the good fucking, the speed even blew my mind. I got a pretty intricate tattoo, man. The fact that he knocked it together, really, with me asking for a cigarette break every 12 minutes, I mean, it took less than 2 hours probably of actual tattoo time. And it fucking, that's impressive shit. And the fucking art is phenomenal. Shout out to Mike Peterson for that. You fucking rule, brother. Hangman's Park. Love you guys, man. Shout out to Megan Crable for her art and her fucking everything she does with the show, man. All of the things that you're starting to see filter out to you guys with our Crypt logos and our fucking Metal-O-Mania logos and the fists with the Metal-O-Mania on it and shit. That is Megan behind that. And we fucking love her for it. You fucking rule. Just absolutely. In fact, go over to Gallery MKC on Facebook right now. If you need art, if you're in a band and you're like, man, we need a badass album cover, we need some badass social media art to push our product, which, let's face it, it's very important, especially nowadays, especially in the social media world that we live in right now. So hit her up. She'll help you with that, man. You won't be sorry that you did. I promise you, we did. And I love her work so much, that looking at it, I sometimes act like it's Penthouse and put my hands on myself and shit. So you don't get a much better endorsement than that is what I'm saying. So hit up Gallery MKC, get your fucking metal art, man. Check them out. And Also, though, we were fortunate enough to talk to Bokor Law. I got to sit down and have a chat with Matt Bryson and Danny Wright from Bokor Law. Badass fucking band out of South Carolina. We are big fans. They are actually, there's more or less a digital EP available out there of 5 songs of theirs that are fucking just straight kick-ass, man. You can catch it on YouTube. You can hit them up on Facebook, Bokor Law, and show them that you love them. But I fucking was able to talk to these guys, man, and after you hear me talk to them and after you hear what they got to say, you're going to love them even more. So let's check them out right now. Interview, Bokor Law. Thank you guys for hanging out with us, man. Thank you, Bokor Law. Let's do it.
Crypt with Metal-O-Mania, and I am joined today by Matt Bryson and Danny Wright from Bokor Law out of Charleston, South Carolina. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I appreciate you guys' time, man. I appreciate you hanging out with us a little bit, man.
Thank you guys, man.
Let's talk about the band, man. When did you guys form Bokor Law?
Well, probably around 2010. Yeah. That's when we started getting this together. But it's been, we were kind of on again. We started with a certain group of people and then had these songs. And then we kind of went out of it for about 2 years and came back in and kind of got back together and got our shit together. It's been a lot of interaction, like long distance with Matt living in Asheville and stuff. So we've been writing music together for years and years and then finally got this shit together.
Right on. So a band that couldn't have been done a few years ago, man. You need the social media age to pull that off.
Absolutely.
So you do, Danny, you play guitars and do some vocals. Matt, you play bass, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
You got, Robert Gore does vocals, you got Merle Bomber does guitars and vocals, and you got Brad Theobald on drums.
Right on.
All you guys came together in Charleston, South Carolina and formed this thing?
Yeah, we're all kind of from different bands that existed in the scene throughout. So Rob and Merle are from Coffin Syrup. And they were a death metal gore grind band around here, and they were a band for like 10 years or so, which they're not dead yet, I don't think, so it's all gravy.
What's your immediate plans right now? Like, I know that how many songs do you have prepared right now for this release?
We have 5 right now. Yeah.
And are you going to release it as an EP, or are you going to add on to it and release a full length?
That's probably the plan. Like, we recorded the 4 that are on our Reverb Nation site at home as a demo. And we probably plan on going into the studio and getting this shit knocked out for real, though.
Who are your influences, man? When you guys were coming up and making your bones, who were the bands that made you say, fuck yeah, I want to do this metal thing?
Damn, man, like, there's so many. You know, you get your start, like most people do, listening to Metallica and Slayer and Pantera and shit. And then you start hearing crazier shit like Cannibal Corpse, and you're like, what the fuck was that? And then shit gets more complicated. And then you go into that whole kind of European, more melodic sound. Opeth with like the 6/8 grooves and all that.
I noticed that you guys all come from different bands and shit. So when you first formed this thing that would become Bokor Law, were you all pretty clear on your, was your vision pretty compact, or did you all like bang heads against the wall in the beginning to get what you wanted to do there?
It was pretty compact, just with the fact that these songs have been around for so long. So it's like everybody putting their flavor onto the songs that are there. So like this EP, we're ready to get out so we could immediately start writing new music because there's like a big ass back catalog. So it's going to get a little more three-dimensional, I think, but still stay like brutal, heavy, crushing, catchy riffs kind of shit.
Yeah, brother. What's the scene like in South Carolina? You guys got lots of places to play out there?
There's really only a handful nowadays, it seems like. 10 years ago, there was more. We had a little bit of a draw for touring national acts and stuff, like Hate Eternal would come through or Vital Remains or shit like that. But it's kind of dropped off a little bit. But there's not a huge, and there's a handful of local bands doing like extreme metal too. But there's also a new generation that's coming up with some brutal ass shit too. It's pretty nuts. I see a future about to Bloom or whatever the fuck.
Me and some friends of mine my age a couple of years ago, not even, 6-7 years ago, we're talking about, man, is this metal scene dead? What the fuck is going on here? And then here come band after band after band after band, and all these young guys are picking up the torch and running with it, man. And it's a pretty cool scene right now.
Oh, dude.
But metal is back, gentlemen.
That's what we like to hear. Oh, man, it never went anywhere, dude.
Right. It might have fallen into
Always
the underground for a minute, but
that's where it belongs.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. We don't want it to get too big for our britches. Last time we had that happen, bands like Poison showed up on the scene and fucked it all up.
Yeah. But then you had, like, Dio, who is the fucking man through everything,
So tell me who the fuck you guys are, man. Who are you guys? What do you do? Where do you're South, you said you're all from different places, right? Not all of you are from South Carolina right there?
No, we're all from South Carolina. Just I just ended up moving to North Carolina, and but we just kept playing music together, man, and it just led to this. All the other guys are still here, and I think as far as I know, everybody grew up around here, and man, I'm the only one that kind of just headed north a little bit, but we still make it happen.
There you go. You guys married with kids and all that kind of shit?
No kids. No, none of us are married. Well, yeah, it's Matt, you're married. Pretty much. I'm pretty much married. Yeah. I'm a chef at a barbecue restaurant here called Swig and Swine. You should totally plug that. Yes, I highly recommend Swig and Swine. Awesome barbecue. Bank-ass Texas-style barbecue.
Oh, fuck. Well, I know I'm coming when I come to South Carolina next time, brother.
Absolutely.
How do you approach your songwriting technique? I've talked to a lot of bands now, and it's funny to hear how different bands have kind of a different approach to songwriting. Some like to start with a lyrical idea and kind of blow off
Matt usually starts like he gets naked and then goes out in the woods. And he spends the night out in the woods, and when he comes back...
Peyote?
Yeah. Usually I'm just sober. But he comes up with some cool shit, man. It really does. Everything's derivative.
It really is,
one way or another.
It's all about the flavoring at this point, man. You know what I mean? It's all a meat fucking dinner. Now it's all about how do you put your flavor on it, Totally fucking true, brother. So... have you guys predominantly played only in South Carolina, or do you get out of the state here and there? Or?
We do shows up in Asheville, too. We've done 3 or so up there so far. I think we're playing up there September 25th at the Auditorium in Asheville.
Awesome.
Little plug there for you.
Another thing about you crazy-ass musicians, man, I know a lot of guys tell me they got kind of goofy rituals they do before a show, man. What do you guys do to prep up and get ready to go on stage?
Smoke weed.
Is it a band of partiers, or are you guys a band of fucking, let's go right at this music thing, or a little bit of both?
It's more the music thing at this point. We're all beyond that party-ass age, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. It's hard to say. Yeah, we're pretty chill. I mean, it's just, we love just playing the music, writing new music. That's what it's all about.
So where does Bokor Law go from here, man? You're going to fucking, basically these 5 songs are prepared. They're out there. People have access to them, right? Correct?
Totally. Yeah, I think it's all about getting our next batch of songs available. Like, we're ready to go big time. Everything's fucking pretty much written, in skeletal form, so... it's just about honing all this shit in. Fucking awesome.
Well, who's the craziest fucker in the band, man?
Brad. Brad. Definitely Brad.
It's always the drummer, isn't it?
Yeah. He's like schizophrenic. He's actually got like another personality and shit. Motherfucker's a nutbag. Fucking, if Chaz comes out, Bo, you gotta watch the fuck out.
Oh, shit, it's on then, huh?
Yeah, he's all about a party time attitude.
You need one of those, man.
That's pretty much it.
Well, cool, man. I fucking appreciate you guys' time very, very motherfucking much, man. Is there anything you'd like to say to our listeners that you want to make sure I include on this when we run it?
Facebook.com /Bokor Nation.
We're big fans, man. You guys go and destroy the stage at the Sparrow tonight, man, and know that you're doing it with Metal-O-Mania thinking of you, because we love you guys.
Yes, sir. We love you guys, man.
Okay.
Thanks for the support. Y'all have a good one. Metal-O-Mania, you guys rock.
What's up, metalheads? This is Matt
and Merle
with Bokor Law, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt.
You don't need motherfucking Viagra if you got Bokor Law songs on your iTunes. Motherfucking badass band. I love you guys, man. Thank you for hanging out with me and talking for a bit. And thank you for letting us play that jam, the second of Bokor Law that we played on Metal-O-Mania, and the second of what I'm hoping and I am sure will be many. Again, shout out to Danny and to Matt from Bokor Law for spending some time with us. And go and check them out. Give them some love on Facebook, you guys. And again, I want to also give some love again to Lisa Rallis. And again, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. But to us, as a friend of Metal-O-Mania, we refer to her with her metal name, which is Misfit. Misfit, which speaks to me, I got to tell you. Misfit is a word that most metalheads are very familiar with, aren't we? I once had a friend of mine who was a non-metalhead tell me that going to a heavy metal concert was like going to the island of misfit toys. And while I know he meant it as an insult, I didn't take it as such, to be honest with you. Because I will freely admit that I'm a misfit. You know what I mean? Misfit doesn't mean broken. Misfit means you don't fit into the box. You don't fit into the societal parameters that you find yourself in from day to day. And it's my opinion that you shouldn't find yourself comfortable there. Things are fucked up. I mean, you'd have to be blind to not see that, in my opinion. And to feel out of place in that is my interpretation that you are normal, that you're the normal one, you know. We're the normal ones, the ones that see that shit's fucked up, that don't feel like we fit into the box that we were supposed to jump into when we were born and raised and, you know, tried to fucking cut up like mincemeat in the fucking old goddamn Pink Floyd video. You know, I am proud to be a misfit. You know, I'm proud to not fit into what I see around me. I'm proud to look at that with a bit of disdain, if you will, a little bit of suspicion. You know, which is why I love fellow metalheads. Why metalhead? I think that directly ties into the metalhead thing and why it's such a bond. You know, we are a bunch of misfits that recognize each other as a bunch of misfits, and we fucking go hand in hand through the fucking goddamn mystery of it all together, and we fucking get our metal therapy together with fucking aggressive music that puts a highlight, puts a fucking, you know, a spotlight on the shit that we view as why we don't fit in. You know, the reasons we aren't part of your societal norm. You know, metal is a music, is a statement, is a movement that speaks out against that fucking, you know, says this shit is wrong and this shit is wrong and this shit is wrong, and how the fuck are you all just complacent with the fact that there's so much fucking shit wrong. And you know, I'm proud to be a misfit, and Lisa, I'm proud to be your friend, and I'm proud that you're a misfit that hangs out with us, and I'm proud of the fucking Metal-O-Mania show and all of the misfits that get together to fucking do this thing every goddamn week. I'm proud of it. You can call me a misfit, and I'll wear it fucking with pride, and I'll fucking look up Glenn Danzig and say thank you for the fucking badass jams from back in the day too, brother. You know, but that's what it is. You know, I don't shy away from that. I don't try to color it with other language. You can call our gatherings the fucking Island of Misfit Toys, and you know what? Fuck yeah, that's what we are. You're goddamn right. And we're a bunch of fucking crazy people trying to make it through the toxic sludge that we call fucking normalcy in today's society, and fuck that. Fuck that. I stand against it, and I stand against the things that I see that are wrong, and I know many of you do too. And that's why you fucking hang out with us, and that's why you do the metal thing, and that's why you listen to the music that stands up on its fucking goddamn haunches and says, fuck this. This is bullshit. Fuck the bullshit. And fucking on that note, let's do something toxic. Let's do some toxic fucking waltz, man. A fucking anthem. A thrash metal anthem. Thrash metal dictatorship from German thrash metal band formed in 2009. Got a brand new album called From a Distant View. It's a badass album. It talks about all the fucking anger that I'm expressing to you right now in a fucking thrash metal dictatorship, man, from Toxic fucking Waltz. Let's do it. Fuck yeah, metal.
Tonight, we start a fight. Tonight, we try to break your will against the wall.
fucking Toxic Waltz. Good shit. Badass album from those you guys, man. I'm telling you, A Distant View is a must-own fucking thrash album. And I, again, want to thank you guys all for hanging out with me tonight, man. The interaction on my private messenger and some of the Facebook Live stuff and whatever the hell. I don't even keep up with which is which, but I'm hearing you guys are talking, and I appreciate it, man, more than you know. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight for the Metal-O-Mania show. I appreciate that we're getting our metal therapy in together, you know. I ranted a little on the last break about how shit's just fucked up, but, you know, it's better when we're doing this, isn't it? It's better when we're banding together and fucking doing the metal thing and fucking... It's been therapy for me tonight, you guys, more than I can express to you. I appreciate it more than I can express to you. And that doesn't mean I won't keep trying week after week, though. And I'll be doing that in the form of a badass fucking playlist every fucking week. And, you know, we got some great things coming up for you over the next few weeks on Metal-O-Mania as well. We're going to be talking to the guys in Insanity Alert. You know, we talked to Enclave earlier from Austria. Insanity Alert is also from Austria. Great fucking album from them, crossover badass album called Moshburger. You're going to want to check that out. Doing in advance of the interview. That way, when we talk to them, you'll be like, fuck yeah, man, you know. We also have the interview next week with my new friend, Elliot, who I love. Elliot from fucking Stranger Blaze, man. We set up a phone interview, and I'll be honest with you, if I had my way, I'd still be on the phone talking with Elliot, man. I know you're watching right now, and I appreciate it, and I love you, sir. His joke, not mine. He's my new brown friend from Mexico, my new brown metal friend from Mexico. I fucking love you, man. Dude, we spent over an hour on the phone just fucking laughing our asses off together. This dude is... He's what metal's all about, man. You know, he's a fun guy. He's got a great sense of humor. He's got a fucking real cool way of looking at things, man. And the fucking album, Stranger Blaze. Oh, there's no weakness in this album from them, man. That you're going to want to get it. Go over there and friend him up on Facebook right now. Tell Elliot that you want him to be your new friend in Mexico, man. And trust me, you do want that because he's a cool motherfucker, man. Elliot, I love you, man. I really appreciate you hanging out with us. I can't wait till everybody gets to hear that interview next week because you will get a piece of how awesome this dude is by hearing the interview, man. You're gonna laugh. We had a great time talking. And we're looking forward to playing that. And during that show where we're going to play that Stranger Blaze interview, I will have the honor of sitting next to Layla. Layla Singer will be in studio from Snipers of Babel. She's going to come in. She's going to co-host. She's going to do the whole show with me. We're going to play you some badass fucking metal. We're going to play a Snipers of Babel song that is just for us at Metal-O-Mania, you guys. They did does anyone remember that old Judgment Night? That's the only... I'm not going to tell you the song, but that's the tip. That's the hint you get. That old Judgment Night movie with Dennis Leary and fucking Ice T was in it and shit. Fucking... They did a cover of a badass song off of that fucking soundtrack, which is one of the best soundtracks. That and The Crow are two of the best soundtracks ever, which, again, shout out to ITP, who had those two albums going against each other in a battle on their page just this week for which is a better soundtrack. And both of them are stellar. You can't go wrong. So you're going to want to hear that. We're going to play that exclusively here on Metal-O-Mania for you guys, man, with Layla in-house with us. Can't wait. It's going to be a great metal show. And we're going to get through our hump day together. We're going to make lots of fucking anal jokes, and we're going to play lots of kick-ass metal songs, man. How can you go wrong with that? And again, Layla, who, if you're not familiar with Snipers of Babel, really, really fucking kick-ass. We played a couple songs from them guys already. We're looking forward to playing more. But I am going to talk to Layla about a side project I'm going to talk her into, man. I really think with her highs and her growls, she's got quite a range to her voice. I want to talk her into a little side project where maybe we do like a Queen Diamond thing. What do you think? We'll play some King Diamond covers with Layla singing them in fucking, you know, King Diamond paint, but maybe, you know, queen it up a little bit. Queen Diamond. What do you think? Fucking Layla belting out fucking Old Merciful Fate or something, some Into the Coven or something like that. But either way, I can tell you that our throwback song next week will be a fucking Old Merciful Fate song. So we'll use that to try to talk her into this idea. What do you think? So I hope you guys hang out with us. It's going to be a really kick-ass show. We're going to have a great fucking time, man. I hope to have Bongwood in studio as well. Love you, Bongwood. Shout out to Bongwood. Again, week after week, you guys, I cannot express enough whether Bongwood is sitting in the chair next to me or not. He is such a huge part of what we do from week to week. I lean on him for more things than I can possibly relate to you and still get out of here in the next reasonable time. But I love you so much for it, brother, and I appreciate it so fucking much, man. You kick ass, sir. And we'll do some more things together. And I was going to also talk about the Sir No Face movie tonight because during the long break since our last episode, Bongwood and I, Scully, Bongwood's wife, Lena, Layla Singer, as a matter of fact, and Mike Bozer from Snipers of Babel, we all went to see, and Mike's daughter as well, my buddy Evan and his wife Amy, we all went to see the Sir No Face thing. And I really wanted to dive into it quite a bit. I got a Sir No Face hat that I was going to wear for the show tonight, but I'd rather wait till Bongwood is here with me to do that, to be honest with you. We shared that experience together, and I'd like for me and him to share that experience with you guys as well. Hopefully when Layla's here too, because she was at the thing as well, so that'd be cool. So we will talk a little bit about the Sir No Face thing next week, and it's going to be a kick-ass show. So we're going to get out of here on that note. But before we do, make sure you are checking out Gonzo's show. Gonzo's show is starting to catch fire, you guys, man. He plays brand new kick-ass fucking fun metal, man. He plays great music. He starts your day. It's better than coffee. He's 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. Monday through Friday at www.metal-o-mania.com. Gonzo's Inexhaustible Quest for the Cosmic Cabbage is a fucking stellar show that you should be starting your day with. We are talking now, and in response to hearing from our West Coast fans, and I hear you, he's too early for a lot of you guys, and I get that. So we are we're bending things around a little bit. We might back him up a couple hours so that all you guys on the West Coast can also start your day with some Gonzo, man, because you are going to want to do that, I'm telling you. If you're not listening to his show every day, if you're listening to some bullshit, crappy, fucking local DC 10 whatever the hell, with commercials and the same goddamn Paradise City playing every third song again, I don't know what you're doing. There's a better option. I promise you. And it's Gonzo's show over at Metal-O-Mania. So go check it out. And we're building other shows around it right now, making them bigger and badder. So hang out with us at www.metal-o-mania.com for 24/7 metal. Fuck all that bullshit they're playing on the radio stations. And we're going to go out on a note right now of playing something you are never going to hear on another radio station, man. Fucking Warsaw, dude. Warsaw is a fucking badass Polish thrash metal band. I love these motherfuckers. Their brand new album is called The Manifest. And they just keep getting better and better. Every single thing that these guys put out is better than the last thing. And the last thing is always good and something you want to have. So go out there, friend up Warsaw, pick up their brand new album, The Manifest, and let's close our hump day tonight together on Metal Therapy Night, on Metal fucking Hump Day, with Black Painted Mind. I love you guys so much. Let's keep doing the metal thing. See you next week.
You ain't gonna shit right for a week.
Hello, metal fans. Are you excited to see us? Or is that my knuckle in your pooper? Metal so badass, it'll give you wood. Bong wood.
Deserter from Brussels, Belgium. Check out our latest record, Coils of the Lesser Serpent, now. And you're listening to Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt on Radio VPS.
This is Jordan from Final Drive. Metal-O-Mania rules. Keep listening. We love you. Fuck yeah, metal.
This is Esteban from Grapesot, and we love Metal-O-Mania.
This is the Crypt from Metal-O-Mania. Make sure you catch previously aired episodes on demand at www.radiovps.com. Have a very metal day.
Don't all guys fantasize about fucking women up the ass?
Fuck me in the ass because I love Jesus.
Women, the reason that men like fucking you in the ass is because we know you fucking hate it.
I was dating a woman for a while. We had our first little sex talk. She actually said this to me. She goes, Todd, I've had anal sex before, but don't ask me who it was with. I think if I made a list of every question I'd ask before that one, it would be a list of every question.
Thank you. You know, I would love to show up, but it's actually anal sex night at the Gold House, so... But thank you for the invite. I'm gonna go home and punish my wife.
That's all, bitches.
You're listening to the best Radio VPS.